In the law, if you have a business, they actually have a responsibility to make the most money possible. That's what a business, if you make an LLC or any kind of corporation, the corporation by law has to maximize profits for its shareholders. And now you are giving that entity control over your property. And you think that they're going to look out for your best interest when you're not a shareholder.
That benefit.
That's nasty.
A lot of people have trouble thinking of community associations as a business, even though statutorily, in many cases, they are.
Oof.
You have to think about it like running a business. At the same time, you have to think about it from the perspective of a group of
You cannot serve. Oh my goodness, I clicked it again. You cannot serve two masters. It's impossible.
HOAs is increasing.
investment safe, and at the same time you have to think about it from the perspective of a group of investors who all have this shared goal of making sure their investment's safe, and nobody's quite sure how to do that. And when you bring in an outside advisor to help run your organization, those people's goals are not the same as the goals of the people who made the initial investment.
Professional involvement in HOAs is increasing, with the for-profit homeowner association industry growing to $38 billion.
So now this is a business of managing and telling you what to do with your property. You want to sign your civil rights away for your castle, your most expensive asset. You want to assign responsibility to a business that its job is to maximize their own profits, not yours. Of course, if they do a good job, they probably should make more money or whatever. But you want a corporation overlording over you. And I mean, this goes into a much larger political argument that in this country right now, that is kind of what's happening, is that giant companies are the regulators, like Facebook is in charge of freedom of speech on its own platform. Obviously, freedom of speech only applies to government enforcement, but I mean, if they decide to silence you or ban you, your ability to speak publicly, at least on the internet, which is super powerful, can be taken away. And that power is not in the hands of our government. It's in the hands of Mark Zuckerberg and whatever he decides. And that's what's happening with corporate HOA management companies, where their incentives generally align with the owners, but it doesn't always. And so I think this is really scary. Like I didn't even think about all these ramifications until we're going through this. I just had a layman's on, like, I know how they HOAs work, but realizing that these are businesses that are running them, and my understanding of corporate law and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer or anything, but corporations' main directive is to make money, and that is, oh my goodness, why would anyone subscribe to this? And I guess that goes to our culture of, like, everyone wants a daddy to tell them what to do these days. Like, what? Do people really want freedom to make their own choices and take accountability for their property, their actions themselves, their livelihood? I talk to my friends about this all the time, and it's like, do people really want freedom? I don't know. I do. I really do. I'll take less security. I'll take less organization to have freedom. I'll take more risk to be free. And it's really scary that I don't think that's the majority of people here in America. And I think people are taking that for granted, because freedom is, people die for freedom, and it can be taken away very easily. And we're chipping away at it. Now, it's weird because the freedom is getting chipped away by corporations and not the government per se, right? So it's a different way of doing it where these corporations that are amoral, companies just have a goal of making money, and not just a goal, a legal responsibility to maximize profits for its shareholders. And so now they're getting so much power. What's going to happen?